Hi, I'm Helen Chavez representing the Angle Lab, sponsoring the Team Pi, working on the horror game. The mentors for this team were myself, Javier Gonzalez, and Dr. Atkinson.
I'm Patrick Hardy with Team Pi, sponsored by Angle Lab.
I'm Ismael Mercado.
I'm Alan Jiang.
I'm Casey Hornbeck.
And I'm Jason Kim. So project overview is to create a game that includes affective information. That means the game that reflects affective information of player. So the game dramatically changes while the player playing the game. so we are gonna make like the single person that the survival horror game. That's our project overview. And our motivation is we will research the user emotions and create an effective driving gaming the environment for that horror game, or like making game that using that affective information of user. And we will explore how users that respond and react to software. So for example, if a piece of software could detect that user is frustrated, it could provide the user the relevant help information to assist with whatever the user is doing. The software can be like tailored to how each user uses it or the way they react to it.
Our game works by receiving a fear value from a separate server which reads its data from the emotive headset. Once in the game, we can then specify which objects should be affected by this fear value. When the fear value is received, it is then propagated to each object in the game. Take, for example, a torch. We can specify in here whether emotions should affect it, the color of it when you're scared, and the color when you're calm. Other objects can also be affected by it, such as our swinging axe, which will specify how fast it goes based on how scared you are. The bridge itself will actually sway faster when you're on it, the more scared you are. And of course we have monsters. Now, the monster has a minimum walk speed and a maximum walk speed, and this will scale the more scared you are. Additionally, the time it takes for them to lose interest in the target will scale as well based on how scared you are. So the idea of the game is to basically try to remain calm as much as you can in order to avoid the game getting harder. However, there are elements such as a door which do the inverse of that. And how that works is, say you're too calm, the door itself has an open percentage chance. And what that is the more calm you are, the less likely the door is to actually open. Now this only works if you're currently being pursued by a monster, so as not to get annoying. In this case, the idea is to actually elevate your fear level. If you're being chased and you can't get away, hopefully it has that effect.
Technologies mainly used in this project were Unreal Engine 4, which is the backbone of our game, and an emotive Epoch headset that collects emotional information about the user. To leverage the headset within our game, we needed to create a few pieces of software. First, to interface with the API of the headset to extract raw information, which includes data on if the user is smiling, blinking, and of course emotional information. Second, to combine the raw information into usable PAD values. And third, to convert those PAD values into a single fear value. We calculate fear based on known thresholds for each aspect of the PAD model, aggregate it into a single number, then normalize it to be within the range of 0 and 1. After we obtain a fear value, we send it to our game, and the game updates based on this.
Changes and decisions. Originally, this project was created on Unity, but because of Unity limitations, we changed to Unreal Engine. Instead of creating a full game, we created 2 levels with modular components so it would be easier for other teams to continue.
We were able to complete 2 full levels of the game, and most importantly, we were able to create many usable components in our game that will be able to be used by other groups in the future. We learned while doing this project. The first is that we learned how to use the game engine and also how to use the game application. We also learned how to use the emotive epic headset in order to retrieve the emotions needed for our game. We also got more familiar with flow-based programming that is provided by Unreal Engine 4 to build the game. And lastly, we got familiar with the basics of the 3D physics system and environment in the game. Angle Lab for their support throughout this project, and we'd also like to give thanks to Dr. Deborah Callis, because throughout her class we were able to improve on our technical skills.